Big up, everybody. It's your girl, Sofia, aka Sophie, back here on Sophia's Football Talk for episode 3 of the Opps, as we will, of course, talk about the London derby between Chelsea and Arsenal, which ended in a draw, as well as the Merseyside derby, which technically is a very boring derby, but was Everton potentially robbed? We'll talk about that, which ended in a 2-0 brace by Mohamed Salah in that game. And of course, my team, which we will be starting off with first, Sheffield United versus Man United. 2-1, which is exactly what I predicted. And that's what happened. So we'll talk about that. But first and foremost, before we do, I have to, of course, say rest in peace to Sir Bobby Charlton, oh my God, the legend of the game of, for Manchester United, but not just for that, also for England, and just for the football in general, okay? Sorry for the noise, by the way, but he sadly passed away earlier today at 86 years old. I believe it might be due to dementia, and I definitely know firsthand how dementia definitely can, in terms of how difficult of an illness that is, and it's sad of an illness that is. So my thoughts go out to his family, and may his soul rest in peace, because a wonderful guy has left us. And either way, though, he will not be forgotten. His achievements, what he's done for the sport, and especially, even though, of course, he's way before my time, but reading upon the history and seeing some of the footage, I mean, the guy survived the Munich horrific incident, of course, the plane crash back in 1958, and definitely been a big part of why Man United were able to, of course, reignite and be able to get up there and continue, and then winning, of course, their major trophies, winning the Ballon d'Or, winning England's only, very first World Cup back in 1966. The guy has done it all. So once again, rest in peace, and thoughts go out to his loved ones. I just wanted to fully get that out there, and I know that a lot of people also feels the same. So big up. So yeah, before we fully start off with talking about Man United game, I will be, by the way, joined by Tony Clark Gunner TV to speak on the Arsenal game whenever he's ready, a little bit later. But right now, since the Man United game did end, I mean, not that long ago, I do want to start off, of course, with that game. And by the way, I know I'm wearing this hat. I literally, while I was watching all the today's games, I was taking off my breaks. So, just wearing the hat for today. But yeah, big up everybody that's here. Make sure that you, of course, get this video lots of likes. The more likes we get, the more we're able to push the likes out there for more people to see, and as well as subscribing. We are still on the road to 3K subscribers, and we still have like about 10 days to do so, which was a goal. And if we don't do it, we're gonna still continue. But that is definitely the what should I say? What we're trying to do for this month. And also, feel free to join the SFT membership. Link is in the description box. Super chats are also welcome. It's just another way to support the channel. But you do simply support by just watching. So yeah, big up to Bobby K, big up to Ravi, big up to Philip, who says, Sir, rest in peace, Sir Bob Charlton. I agree. Hello to Limbo, hope you're doing well. Big up to BJ. Wish you a wonderful evening. Thank you. The same to you. Columbus, at this point, I would take 3 points in any form. Whatever system Arteta is using isn't working, especially midfield. We just don't look like a team willing to compete. You'd wonder what is wrong. I hear you. And we'll talk about it. So let's talk about it. Obviously, game ended in 2-1. We scored the first goal, right? Not who the hell, this game was who the hell you scored the first goal? Why am I like completely blanking for a second? So what the hell? No, this game was just McTominay, of course. Almost looked like, it was a little bit of a poor finish, maybe, but either way, he did score, and then I was thinking, yeah, but are we gonna hold the lead for a long matter? No. 2-3 minutes or so after that, Sheffield United got themselves a penalty due to a handball by who? Scott McSauce, Scotty McT, McSauce himself. Scott McTominay, right? Literally, you scored, and then 2-3 minutes later, my G Scotty, you ended up with giving the opposition a penalty. Great. Did you need to have your arm out there like that? No, you did not. That was definitely clear. Hey, hey, hey. I know there's been bare. A couple of penalties given today in other games, and also red cards given. At least we didn't have any men sent away today, but it was definitely, of course, very discouraging when that happened. And I ain't gonna hold you. First half, Sheffield United was on it. Okay, they're at the bottom of the league. They've only drawn one, I believe, and lost bare games. So they drew, I think, either once to Everton, I believe. But other than that, they've been not good at all. Maybe also technically I did remember watching the game they played against Man City, and even though Man City did win, I still remember Sheffield United actually putting in a shift. But then of course Rodri came out of nowhere at the end, and of course won Man City the game. So there's been a couple of moments where Sheffield United have been a bit poor. I mean, maybe not poor, but unfortunate. But in this game, in the first half, they definitely was giving us a run for our money. They definitely showed up. They're in relegation battle right now at this very moment. And if they don't get their ish together, then at some point they'll have to be like, you know what? There's no turning back. We're gonna go straight back to championship, okay? But so they definitely showed up, and there's players that we do need to talk about. So even though Dallo did score, and it was a great goal, sometimes you kind of want to see Dallo score more, because I do love that celebration, that check my pole celebration. I love it. It's a dope celebration, but he was horrendous for the majority of the game. He was shite. If I'm going to be very honest, he was not good. Bruno as well. Love you, buddy. You were great for Portugal, and I was watching a lot of the Portugal games. I mean, when they were slapping up, who were they playing against the last game? It was Bosnia, I believe. And, he did this thing. I think he scored and assisted, looked very good. But in this game, yikes. Those two, and Lindelöf as well. Those three players came to my mind, stands out poorly in this game. And, they got to hold it a little bit. So thank you, though. You did score the winner, Dallo. But, brother, you were not good. Onana, he had a couple of stages. With some stages we're like, ooh, but hey, looking at how there's been some goalkeeping, like in the Chelsea Arsenal game, where you had, of course, David Raya with that horrible, I don't know what he did. Like Mudryk scored out of nothing. Okay, he didn't even. He wasn't intending to score. It was going to be a cross, and then he just happened to get into the net and past David Raya at that time. And I was like, yo, if that was Onana, uncomfortable combos. So there needs to be uncomfortable combos. And once Tony gets here, I'm gonna need to talk to him about David Raya. You know what I'm saying? And also Robert Sanchez as well. Looked, when he kind of for no reason, gave away the ball. I don't know what he was doing, and then invited Arsenal back into the game. Of course, we're not going to fully dissect that game at this very point, but it's important to make it very clear. Hey, you grew into confidence. You did your thing. You looked definitely more in confidence and better than some of the other games, or a lot of the other games this season. So even though it was the clean sheet, the penalty, he was going the right way, but it was just a very good penalty by the penalty taker either way. But he has some very important saves. So, hey, he did his thing. I feel like Rashford was better than what I expected. Even I did want Rashford to be dropped. Don't get it twisted. But he was, doing a bit more. It was just maybe sometimes the output that could be, but also sometimes we do be slating him for the decision making. But there's other times where he were getting past the defender, and then it's like, but there's nobody else to try to help him out, to give him options to where he can maybe pass the ball to somebody else. Heylin had a couple of chances, a bit poor, but his hold up play is very important. If you maybe look at when Martial came in, Martial has lost it with the pace. Oh my God. What we were commending him for before, how he used to be very strong, yeah, he lost that. Yeah, it's done out here. It really is. So sorry, so sorry. Yeah, yeah. Camacho when he came in, a little bit shaky. There was, I think either way, it was an offside goal, but there was one really big opportunity where I was like, brother, scored. And then it was like, right, it wasn't even target. I was like, oh my God, what is happening? Excuse me, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Wasn't good at all. Some points, but other than that, he still offers an attacking threat and does work as an impact sub for sure. Amrabat, I did like in that midfield. I'm not gonna hold you. I just feel like Bruno was just being very much of a liability with losing the ball way too often when we try to keep the ball. And it goes very slow when we're trying to progress forward. I don't like when we do the sideways passes like we did with Odegaard Solskjaer at the end. It was just, oh my God, I can't. My head hurts. I literally want to hit my head on the wall when I see that type of football. It's boring. I want it to be quick paced. One, two touch football is what I like Man United to do. And we've seen that before. But the problem is we don't hold on to that. Often there's some type of, maybe plan that we have. But then when it doesn't completely go as planned, it looks like some of the players just completely scraped the plan. But to be honest, we got the 3 points. This is what I'm focusing on. We have so many different, defensive partnership that is obviously not working. So I need Wan-Bissaka back. I need Luke Shaw back. I even wouldn't mind to see Reguilon play. You know how bad we are. No disrespect to Reguilon, but you know how bad we are when I have to scream for and beg for Reguilon to play. That's when you're like, you know what? We've definitely fallen off a cliff. I'll tell you that much. But hey, it is what it is. Either way, we got the 3 points. That is the most important thing at this point. So I'm very happy about that. But we have to keep on going, because the next game now, if we of course overlook the game against Copenhagen in the Champions League this Tuesday, obviously in the Prem next Sunday, little over a week from now, we're gonna be playing the Manchester Derby. So against Man City, even though we're at home, it still will be. It might be a slaughter. It might actually be that we'll be slaughtered like a pig, and it won't be halal because it's haram. And the way we've been playing is quite haram. It really is legit. It's. I'm happy with the 3 points. Don't get me twisted. Thank you for them 3 points. But Lord have mercy upon us all. At this point, we just need to maybe continue scraping through, just getting those 3 points. And hopefully, once we get a lot of the players that we've been missing back, maybe we'll see more of us. I don't know, people. I at this point, I don't know what is, what kind of, what else to look for Man United season. I don't know. If we don't get the job done and get to win against Copenhagen, we'll be out. It'll be done. And we're going to play Copenhagen back to back. So obviously at home this Tuesday, and then I believe the week after at their ground, which of course will be difficult. But we put ourselves in this, particular situation, so in position. So you gotta fix it. You gotta make it work. You gotta fix it. That's all I'm gonna say. Big up to Keeping It Real Chelsea. Subscribe to my brother channel. Just big up sister sub. Disappointing result for Chelsea. Disappointing performance from Arsenal. Hey, I hear you, and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it indeed. 100%. But this is just, you know. By the way, keep liking, people. Keep liking, keep subscribing. And yes, indeed, again, rest in peace, Sir Bobby Charlton, 100%. Donova said, we have never held on to a lead for long, only the Crystal Palace game and Burnley. Yeah, that's a very good point. There's been a lot of the games this season where we maybe score first and then we don't hold on to the lead and then they equalize, or technically more maybe differently. Maybe, nah, we actually really did it in the Galatasaray game. It's like twice where we were, got it, leading the game, and then we just screwed it up, of course, at the end, which has been a very recurrent thing throughout the season. And it's I don't know. There's something with this mentality that just isn't there. And some of these players, I do question: are you guys like, are you professional footballers? I'm just asking for a friend. Like, are you? Because it's y'all to play like that. I don't know. Like, also, you know what I'm thinking? Whenever there's a foul committed against us, don't give us a free kick. Don't. There's no point because we're gonna waste it. We're gonna either be an offside or we're gonna just completely misplace a cross, and we're gonna just give away the ball instantly. Don't at this point. Don't give us. Maybe don't even give us a corner. Maybe every now and then, but not constantly, because we're gonna mess it up. We're going to, legit. I was very surprised by the way that Mount wasn't starting. He came in at the latter stage for Bruno, I believe in the 85th or 86th minutes, I think. But either way, and I do also want, of course, quickly before we end up to turn on to the Chelsea Arsenal game, because I do got Tony, my brother, in the background. I do want to quickly mention, of course, Anthony as well. Definitely not good. The whole right side for Man United was abysmal. It wasn't good. But hey, we got the 3 points. I'm taking it and I'm running away with it more than you can believe. So yeah, next game, of course, like I said, Copenhagen game in the Champions League on Tuesday. I'll do a match preview for that probably on Monday. So stay tuned for that. But I feel like I've kind of said much as I want to say about Man United. We got 3 points. It is what it is. Okay. Let me bring on my brother, Sony. How are you, Tony?
Hello.
You good, Tony?
Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Can you
Hello,
hear me?
Tony. Yeah, I can hear you. You're lagging a
Hey,
little bit, but I can hear you.
I can see that I'm lagging here. I don't know. It's funny. Uh, but
Yeah.
can you hear me? I think
Yes.
maybe it might
Yes.
be okay now. It might be okay now.
You're okay. You're okay.
Yeah, it's okay now. Yeah, yeah. Hi, Sofia. How are you doing? Big ups to your channel. Big ups to everyone that's down here in the chart. I can see my friend down there keeping it real, Chelsea. Big ups to you. I can see that there's some, Chelsea fans down here. You have quite a lot on here today,
Mm,
but
mm,
big ups to you. How are you doing?
yeah.
And Ravi, shout out to Ravi, to Alumba, Piri. Big ups to you guys. Yeah.
Yes. 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 Indeed.
And
Indeed.
yeah, rest in peace to Sir Bobby Charlton, who died today. Great footballer, big, 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 uh, 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 you know, big personality in this game. The way he lived his life and how he kind of like gave everything for football. Big
Yeah.
ups to Sir Bobby Charlton. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. 100%. 100%. But yeah, Tony, so talk to me about your game, huh?
Mm.
How you feeling, brother?
Ah, it hurts. It hurts. Yeah, it's actually. It really hurts. Went to Stamford Bridge today. Went to a place where in 5 seasons I've always been, winning down there. I've had at least three back-to-back wins from Stamford Bridge. If I had won this game today, it would have been the fourth straight win which would have been a record in Stamford Bridge, a record for Mikel Arteta. But it didn't work, quite that way today. So yeah, it's a humbling one. It's a humbler today because we're facing Chelsea, who is 11th in the league. Yeah, and of course, second in the league, and going there, I was quite confident. Uh, uh, you know, going there to at least, I knew to be tough in a way, yeah, because it's a London derby, definitely. But uh, I'll take the draw. I'll take the draw. I'll take the draw. I'll go back to the drawing table. Regroup and and refocus and have renewed energy. And push up for the next one. The next one is Sevilla. But just before I go down to that one, I'll just give you some specifics about the game. Uh, Sofia today. Just look at that penalty. Yeah, I have my doubts that that's a penalty. Really have my doubts that that's a penalty. But again, yeah, where do you want the defender to put his arm? Like where? Like, do you want him to put his arm at the back of his head? It's not just possible. I think I would have to go off the stream and come back so that let me get some coordination here with my lagging,
Yeah,
if that's okay with you.
no problem. No problem, Tony. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay. I
Yep.
think I'm a little bit back now. I don't know. I'm
You're
not
going kind of back and forth. I don't know, but
back and
if,
forth. Yeah.
just come back and then we'll see.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Let me go off and come back. Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome,
Okay.
awesome. Big up to Eddie's Football Waffle says, good evening, Sofia sister and Tony. Your team also embarrassed themselves, but good second half. Man, not also almost did the same, but good last quarter of the game. Second half settings, legit, legit. Big up to you, Eddie. Hope you're doing well, my brother. People do subscribe to Eddie's Football Waffle. Show him some love. He's been on the channel here before. And just hey, come on, always shows mad support for you girls. So show him support back. But yeah, Eddie, yep, I agree. We did our thing at the end, but Lord have mercy, I was about to, I was thinking, you know what? If we somehow mess this up, Lord have mercy upon us all. I'm gonna go off. Luckily, that wasn't the case. But anyway, we moved. We got Tony back.
Mm. Hello. Those in the chat, I hope I'm back now. I had to just do a quick switch, of my, my internet service. I think Sophia
Looking good.
paying me more so that I can be able to, keep up with the switches. Yeah, guys, we're talking about Arsenal's matchup today. Of course, at the bridge. I've just given you a background study of that game and what happened down there. Yeah, it's a bit of a shameful one for me. But again, in the grand scheme of things, that's Stamford Bridge. Liverpool have gone down there and drawn this season. Yeah, big teams who go there and struggle this season. They don't usually drop points at home. Usually, it's just that Arsenal have a kind of like a good kind of like have joys going down to Stamford Bridge recently. So that's why we're really expecting something. If not, it's a tough place to really get to. Um, apart from that, that Saliba penalty was something that was. Am I still lagging? God.
Yeah,
Okay.
you are. Yeah,
Why
this
am?
this is quite bad compared to, because you haven't been doing that much before. There's been sometimes here and there, but this
Yeah,
season,
I don't know why. I don't know why. Let me go off and come back again.
okay,
I don't know
no
why.
worries.
Yeah, let me
It's
go off and come back again.
try that. Yeah, Tony will try to sort that out. But yeah, maybe it is the Arsenal. Poor first half. The fact that Chelsea bottled it at this point is definitely something that needs to be addressed because they should have won that game, right? But they didn't. They didn't, and it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, but it was a good game though. I ain't gonna hold you. Definitely very different from the game against Man City before the international break, because that game I was like, I need my, you know, 2 hours back. But this one I was like, you know what? Those 2 hours was okay. That was rightfully spent. That was all right. That was okay. Good game. Good game indeed. Which I didn't mind whatsoever. Not at all. It was actually pretty good. But yeah, and I did predict a draw actually for myself. I was thinking, I think it's going to be a draw, which it was. Okay, Leon says, nice Man City beating. This is, first and foremost, this is denim. This is not light blue. Okay, this is not Man City. I'm just wearing this bucket. It's not a beanie, by the way. I'm wearing this bucket hat because I took out my braids and my hair is looking quite a mess. So that's that. We don't support the light blue part of Man City over here. No bueno. No child. Eddie said Chelsea defended well, but that keeper and Enzo had some foolishness. Trossard a good goal though. He is disrespected by Arteta. I ain't gonna hold you. I was gutted when Trossard went to Arsenal. I was like, that's a good signing. The fact that he hasn't really been fully used that much. There's been some games where you're like, okay, when he is playing, he isn't, the best. But overall, I really rate Trossard. I think he's clutch and definitely a great player, which I think would add something to our team. But hey, it is what it is. He's at Arsenal, and it's a good signing. Eddie says, but Sofia, no, it's not. It's not. This is not sky blue. Excuse me. Then maybe I should switch to the black one. I might need to do that. Might need to do that. We'll see. You might need to do it. Because you're not going to have me sitting here thinking that this is not a Man City hat, people. And we got Tony back. You get Tony?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you, but now you're you were frozen for a second.
Yeah, frozen for a second. And it's still doing the same thing, right?
Yeah. We can hear you perfectly, but it's just it's not in sync.
It's not in sync, right? Yeah, but let me try and see if it's still going on. Then I'm gonna have to still change to another network again.
Yeah.
It's still the same, right? It's still the same, right?
Yeah, it's doing a madness today.
Okay. Yeah, it's doing a madness today. I'll try it one more time again. I'll just go off and come back again. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Eddie said, am I colorblind? I thought it was like Judas. No, you can't do it. This is not. I think, guys, it has to be the ring light that's deceiving you, because I'm telling you, wait a minute. This is not light blue. Excuse me, no. That's not light blue, people. This is denim, not light blue, okay? Like a medium bluish. It's not light blue. Come on. It's not. Yes, Tolumba, Erling did score. You okay, Tony? You're on mute.
Put it back. Yeah.
Still.
Yeah.
Tony, you know what we can do now? Tony, wait. You know what we can do? What if you, because the thing is, we can hear you crisp. It sounds good. If you want to, which only if it's okay for you, of course, because I don't mind. You can turn off the camera and see if that works. Maybe just have it off.
Yeah. If it lags again, then
I would love to hear your opinions for as long as you. I know you can't be here for long, but I still would love to just hear your opinion, and the audience is okay with that as well. So the floor is yours. You just speak.
Yeah, definitely. The people of the audience, those of you in the comments, I'm very sorry about the quality today. I don't know what's happening. I think everything is just going wrong with me today. The Arsenal, lost points, precious points today. My computer is messing up today. Everything is just messing up today. But still, I'm still here with my sister Sophia. See, yeah, Sophia, I'll just take you through what happened. At Stamford Bridge. Yeah,
Yep.
Arsenal have gone down there. Yeah, 3 times in a row. Yeah, we've gotten wins from down there. The last time we got beaten at Stamford Bridge was since 2018. Yeah, since then, 5 years ago, we've always been having joys at Stamford Bridge. Going there today, for some reason, yeah, there was no intensity. That first half in that game against Chelsea Football Club was the worst piece of football I've seen Arsenal play all season. That's the worst I've seen them. Yeah, and that was the best. I've seen Chelsea play in the first half this season. So you can see the opposite worlds that we saw today at Stamford Bridge. Did that come as a big surprise? Yes, it did come as a big surprise. But again, there's still some elements you need to understand about some of the key stuff in this game. Yeah, Pochettino, uh, right from time, even during his time at Tottenham Hotspurs, he's always have a knack. Yeah, he's always had that knack for London derbies. He has good numbers. Yeah, in London derby. So definitely, of course, when I saw Chelsea come up today, they actually tried to come out attacking. They came out smoking today. Actually, in the first 5 minutes, first 10 minutes, they were really on us, and I think that approach really put Arsenal off totally. And you can see that we never actually really recovered, from that first 10 minutes because they were just really bombarding us. And again, the usual intensity that Arsenal usually start games with, we never really had that. Yeah, they put us off today. And I should say that the midfield battle was definitely won by Caicedo today. Gallagher that kind of surprised me today. I'm not saying they dominated the game because Arsenal ended up with a 56, with a 57, 43% ball possession today, but it doesn't really feel like we did anything with that ball possession in it. Today it was just all round back passes, sideways passes. We didn't really do anything with the ball. And again, today was a tale of bad goalkeeping, a tale of two goalkeepers who don't know how to actually handle, the pressure in a London derby. Definitely. Look at Raya. Look at the space. Yeah, look at his positional
Uncomfortable
awareness with that
conversation
goal.
for Raya or not?
Mm, mm. Yeah, Sophia, you're opening a can of worms right now, and I'm sorry. Yeah, those can of worms need to be open.
Buenos
I
noches,
think
dias.
Raya fluffed his he fluffed his lines today. I'll allow you get that off. Get that off. Get that off. Get that off. You don't want to put it up. Okay, since you don't want to put it up, then I'll continue
I
because
thought about
okay, okay. Because I'll take any see yeah, I'll take any insult I get here today because I deserve it. I've been able to be cocky. I had Chelsea legends on my channel this week. And I actually boasted to them that we're gonna, massacre Chelsea at the bridge, today, and that didn't happen. So it's a bitter pill to swallow. Of course, if you check the goalkeeping at the other end, it wasn't blessings either at that end. You can look at how Sanchez threw that ball
yeah.
aimlessly into the midfield, and Declan Rice was just there to just give us that extra bit of quality down there. And I'm sorry, my captain has a knack for missing in the big games this season. Last season, he got 16 goals with at about I think 10 assists. Sorry, that was the tally he had last season. But this season, totally different stats for this guy. Yeah,
Mm.
the goals are down. The impact in games, creativity is down, and in the big games is not just showing up, and that is a big problem for Arsenal Football Club, because
Yep.
the player who's not showing up also doubles as Arsenal's captain. Martin Odegaard is Arsenal's captain. And if you compare and contrast what is really going on, Declan Rice is actually doing exactly what I want my captain to do. It was
He had a
out
good
there
game,
trying
though.
to,
Felt like,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. Exactly. It was out there trying to, mop up the midfield. Yeah. It was out there trying to create at the same time, because at least I did see Declan Rice make dashing runs and try to progress the ball. Even apart from progressing the ball, he was trying to even score. It was in the 18-yard box trying to, get balls in and trying to, face the keeper and get shots in. So
Hmm.
Gabriel Jesus wasn't doing his usual stuff. He didn't really play quite effectively as a number nine. And again, I do understand that he's not your typical number nine. And in that case, when he's not your number nine, he's always going in behind, trying to link up play, bring in our attacking assets. It was a big problem. Down the right again, Cucurella, new lease of life today. I don't know. For me, I know that the Chelsea fan base don't respect this guy. They have lots of choice words to call him. They even, try to distort his name, with all sort of nomenclature. But today he turned into a different player. Yeah, he outmarked Saka, rough with him up, put in one or two tackles, even took a yellow card, trying to, protect that right hand side. Yeah, kudos have to be given to Cucurella today. For me, man of the match performance, apart from Gallagher, who actually put in a
Hmm.
much bigger, yeah, performance today.
What
Man of the
about
match
Cole
display
Palmer?
for Cucurella. You said
Cole Palmer.
Cole Palmer it was just okay. Apart from the penalty, I didn't really
I thought
see
it was really good,
much.
in my opinion.
Yeah, he
Oh,
was average. It was average. It's again, it's not like this Chelsea team totally like dominated the game. They did not. The ball possession was held by Arsenal throughout the game. It's just that Chelsea effectively took their chances today, which is again, and of course, their first goal wasn't on open play. It was a penalty,
hmm.
highly contestable one. The second one in open play, and still that one was a cross. It wasn't even a shot at goal per se. He was looking for a player, and somehow David Raya, went out of his space, and that ball got in. So it's not really like maybe they conjured up magic to actually score those goals. It was a game of you have those chances, and they took those chances. That's it. And again, it was a game of goalkeepers making mistakes today. The whole goals today was based on mistakes. So it's not really like both teams where were quite clinical or something like that. But
Hmm.
again, the criticism of Chelsea this season is that Chelsea has always been a team that has been able to create chances this season. Creation of chances isn't a problem for Chelsea Football Club. I did know.
Finishing.
Yeah, exactly. I did know that we will have a problem with that, because Chelsea over 8 games have been creating lots of chances. But the problem they've always had this season is that they don't have clinical finishers or a
Yep.
clinical poacher to actually poach those balls, and that's
True.
why. Nicholas Jackson, the 20-year-old striker, has a total goal XG of 0 this season, among the bum and the scrubs of the league. Yeah, this season. Yeah, I'm serious. If you check his goal ratio and the chances that he's had this season and the ones he's scored, Chelsea have created lots and lots and lots of opportunities. But I'm sorry, they don't have effective poachers or effective finishes, and that has always been their problem. And for Modric to step up today and give them that second goal really shielded them from lots of things. It put Arsenal off today, rattled Arsenal. Caicedo in the middle of the park. For me, I think he edged our midfielders out. I would have really, really loved to see Thomas Partey in the middle of the park today, but that
Mm-hmm.
wasn't to happen. And of course, Jorginho came into play, and of course, we can see Jorginho time and time and time again, yeah, giving the ball away in the middle of the
Yeah.
park. What are you doing, Jorginho? Yeah, giving the ball away, and this is my problem with former Chelsea players. I have a problem, with them playing for Arsenal. He was giving the ball away time and time again. He couldn't mark his man. Gallagher was having a field time with him, going across him, going past him lots of times. Modric was
Mm-hmm.
having lots of joys, against him. And again, if you go into the left hand side, Zichenko, yet again, bad showing from Zichenko today. Poor, poor, poor showing. Palmer had a sort of like Hmm, not really a field day, but it kind of
It looked
like
good though.
was a little bit, yeah, kind of effective down that left hand side, and that was why Zini was hacked off in the second half, and Tomiyasu came back down there, and you could see that they showed that left hand side a little bit more. Tomiyasu was more effective in that left hand side, so it took away the whole pressure from that end, and of course when you take pressure away from Chelsea's width, mostly with the pressure coming from the width, talking about Sterling and Palmer from the width. Of course, you took away every goddamn bite that they would have, and that's why they were not effective in the second half, and that's why
Mm.
Arsenal were able to actually get something in the second half. So it was a game of mistakes. It
Yeah.
wasn't the biggest and classic kind of London derby you would find out there. I was really rattled by Pochettino today. I really thought he would keep a very, very low block today and catch Arsenal in the counter attack, but that wasn't the case. He has a little bit of ego in him, and Arsenal hate teams that actually come at them. We don't like teams coming at us. We prefer you to just keep a low block and catch us in the counter attack because there's always going to be spaces. And again, when you have Zini, whose natural position for the Ukrainian national team is as a midfielder, and we're playing him as an inverted left back, definitely his natural position is to leave that left back position, naturally slot in into that midfield. And when you do that, you naturally leave a big gaping hole in that left hand side and allow
Mm-hmm.
faster players like Palmer to, have a field day down the left. And if you see most of the movement in the first half, it was down the left, and they also switched it down to the middle of the park because Jorginho was ineffective, Zini was
Yeah.
ineffective. Those were the bigger problems today. And
Yeah. True.
Sophia, it's a bad one today. The horrible first half today, horrible one, Sophia.
Do you think that Arteta got a? I mean, obviously, you did say with Jorginho probably should have been starting. What type of changes would you have wished that Arteta would have done to maybe see out the game, or
Good, good. And in this case, it wouldn't have been to see off the game. It would have been more quicker changes to win the game. Chelsea
Mm-hmm.
were there for the taking after that first goal got in, Sophia.
Yeah, yeah,
No
yeah,
one can deny it. After that first goal got in, Chelsea defense were rattled. The midfield was rattled. Caicedo was kind of like overpressured in the middle of the park. He had to go more deeper defending for the team rather than being in the offensive
yeah,
setup or structure of defending. So he had to pull back more. The Chelsea defense were rattled. Colwell was giving the ball away. Gusto didn't take his chances offensively, and although he did rattle Martinelli, but again, I don't, I don't kind of blame Martinelli because he had to be doing lots of stuff because at the time when Zini was encroaching into that midfield and leaving that left hand side really wide open, uh, Palmer was having a field day down there.
yeah,
Martinelli had to do double shifts, yeah,
yeah. He was putting
attacking,
in a shift
creating while attacking.
defensively.
Exactly,
Very true.
and it was also going back trying to defend for the team. So I don't really kind of like blame Martinelli for having, I wouldn't say an extremely poor game, but an
Mm,
extremely underwhelming game today. You
yeah,
have to call a spade a spade. So,
100%.
uh, yeah, and again, I think the rain also was a factor in this. Yeah, Sophia, as you know, Arsenal like putting the ball to the ground. We like passing the ball slickly,
I'm here to tell you
you know,
right
here
now,
and there. And
we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
mm, mm. Yeah, no, I'll accept that. It's good. It's good you put that there. You know, there's no excuses at this stage. Is high risks, high rewards, and big stakes. You know, the winner takes it all. So there shouldn't be, you know, those type of excuses. But again, in this game, yeah, but the rain was also a factor. As you can see, the ball movement was quite too fast. If you don't know how to control that ball, it just moves quicker. It moves quicker,
Mm-hmm.
and today the ball did move quicker today because of the rain. So I think that also put Arsenal off today. The slicky passing we used to have wasn't really there. Jorginho was missing his bread and butter, which was just, you know, trying to pass simple balls here and there. Sometimes you just have that little bit of miss hit. Probably it might be due to the rain. I don't know, but
Okay.
I would see
Tony?
that as a bunch of
Mm-mm.
excuses anyway. But
Mm-mm.
but the rain was also a factor today, personally,
Tony?
if you ask me.
Tony? No. The rain thing? Everything else I give you. Rain, Tony? Tony. You better than this, Tony.
No,
Brother.
no, 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 no. It affected
Brother.
it
You better
affected
than
the
this.
fluidity of the game, and you know, Arsenal plays
Live
in a
in
more fluid
England. The
way.
weather isn't always sunshine and rose. What are we doing here, Tony? Tony.
Uh, no, I'm not saying it's the predominant factor. I'm only
Mm-mm.
saying that the rain was also a factor that also affected this game on both sides. It's not just on Arsenal. Even Chelsea had lots of missed passes, misplaced passes today, and of course it's due to the breaking fluidity because the rain was
Mm,
down there truncating those movements too. So you know you can't put that off on both sides. I'm just looking at a holistic way of critiquing the game today.
okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
But on both sides, bad. Chelsea truncated our midfield. I never thought that they would kind of put up a fight. You know, at least with my two fast-paced wingers, which are my strengths. Definitely, Saka
Mm,
doubled up on most times. But again, Cucurella, even without the double up, Cucurella was very effective on that right hand side, and you could even
yeah.
see Bukayo Saka had to even encroach a little bit more deeper to even get the ball to try and create any sort of magic he could in the first half. You know, totally outmatched by Cucurella. Kudos to Cucurella today. He takes the cake for me today
Come
in
on
that
now.
defense. He takes the cake today.
I hear
The
you.
howler from Sanchez. Uh, uh, rookie mistake. Yeah,
I
rookie
mean,
mistake.
the one
And
from Raya was even that was horrible.
it was even worse. You talked about the changes also before you know we got into other stuff. See
Yeah.
the changes that Mikel Arteta made today were the bread and butter of the second half. The second
Yes.
half
So
was
sad.
made by those substitutions. But you know
Mm-hmm.
what? Yeah, the substitutions came too late in the game. So
Yeah.
why not why not make these changes early
Earlier.
enough? Yeah, make it earlier enough. And when that goal got in, that Declan Rice scored, it definitely rattled that Chelsea defense because they never
Yeah.
knew that. You know, they thought that that game was signed, sealed, and delivered. Of course, when you're leading 2-0, you're at Stamford Bridge. You know, the screaming crowd is down there, yeah, and you're leading 2-0, yeah, in the second half, and you know I, I think they felt a little bit more complacent in the second half. I did think that Pochettino should have brought in defensive assets to kind of like show up, the middle of the park and the defense a little bit more, you know, just show it up so that they don't get behind, and allow Saka back into the game because they did allow Saka back into the game. That was why Saka was free to loop in a looping cross pass down to
That was a
Trossard.
wonderful cross, by the way.
A wonderful, wonderful cross.
I
What
really
was
like that.
Gusto
I was
doing?
like, Saka,
What
wow.
was Gusto doing? he just, he just switched off. And that's the thing. When you switch off against this Arsenal team, it doesn't matter the minutes you're in that game, you could get punished. And
Mm-hmm.
again, Mikel Arteta's non-proactive way of introducing his substitutions cost us today. If he did bring up the substitutions that he made effectively today, if he did bring them in, at a much earlier time, it would have been a more, it would have given us more bite, more time to be able to push back this Chelsea defense and get one or two or three at them. Chelsea were there for the taking.
I hear it. I hear it. There was a question here from Tolumba that asked directly to you, Tony. What positive did you take from your game? I'm sure they were there. Any positives?
Sofia and Twalumba, even if I want to, I'm a big talker of Arsenal too, but sometimes you have to call a spade a spade. The game was
Mm,
horrible today. Horrible, horrible football, mostly in the first half. And mind you, Twalumba, Arsenal haven't hit top gear this season. Yeah, we're
true.
dominating games in terms of not dominating games. We're just having a ball possession. We're not dominating games the way we did dominate games last season. We did
Yeah,
have
we played
a
better
good
football
playing.
last season, and we're more
Exactly,
like exciting. But this season, there's been some games
exactly.
where you're looking a little bit sus, but you're just about able to. I mean, you're still unbeaten, so it's still obviously lots of
Uh,
positive to go through
well,
if you
well,
look
that's
at
the
it as a
myth.
whole.
Well, that's the myth this season.
But
We're
yeah,
not beaten. That's the myth that season. But again, last season we put up good performances. We were scoring goals. We were more of a threat. Teams were scared of us at the time. And
hmm
I'm sorry, right now that scare factor it's no more there because we're not putting up performances. We've not hit top gear this season. So if you're asking for positives, I won't take any positives from the game today. The only thing, Chalumba, that I can be able to give to you today is that the mentality, the mentality for Arsenal to just come back from 2-0 outside the Emirates, yeah, and on the big stage, because whether we like it or not, yeah, Stamford Bridge is still a big stage. You have to go there and put Chelsea Football Club on a leash. Liverpool went down there and got a ball draw this season, so it's no big shame that Arsenal goes there to get a draw. But considering that Arsenal is second with 20 points and leading the park this season at the top of the table, you do expect a little bit more quality from
of course,
Arsenal playing against the 11th place side
100%.
in the league. And Arsenal, the gift that keeps on giving, have allowed Chelsea come into that top half of the table. We just keep gifting these guys lots of stuff. We give them £65 million and brought in their Deadwood. Yeah, we've taken lots of Deadwoods from Chelsea Football Club. Yeah, still gave them money to go buy Caicedo, and now
We
Caicedo is
did.
firing against us. Yeah, and right now, we're just giving them all these gifts. It's not good enough. Not good enough. Apart
I
from
hear
the
it.
mentality we'll get today, uh, that we could actually be 2-0 down and come back at the brink and get back those two goals and equalize. There's no other positives apart from that. But there's a slight one too. Sofia, I've told you also that Martin Odegaard is a big question in this team
Mm-hmm.
right now, and it was act off in the second half, and that shows the frustration that the manager Mikel Arteta has on this player. Yeah. So the thing there is that Martin Odegaard is a class player. Good. He's an attacking midfielder. He's one of the best creative attacking midfielders in the league. That's a fact. But the problem there is that in the big games, this guy doesn't show up. Yeah, in the North London Derby, he didn't show up. In the Manchester City game, he did not show up. In the London Derby today, I'm sorry, Sophia, he did not show up. So there's a thing about Martin Odegaard this season. In the big games, he's not there. But in the kind of like the moderate kind of games, he's out there. He's creating.
Mm-hmm.
Even in some cases, he's even scoring goals. Look at the game against PSV, orchestrating passes, orchestrating chances, even at the end of scoring goals at Bournemouth. That's what he does. But in the big game. I'm sorry, he couldn't cut it today, and it went off. But this is the shining light down there. Mind you, Martin Odegaard is also the captain of my football club. Yeah,
And Captain Norway.
exactly. But look at Declan Rice. Yeah, even
I
if he
know.
had a bad day at the shop today, he gave Arsenal a new lease of life. He scored that goal for Arsenal. It put Arsenal back in the map. That's something huge. And again, just for him to, score that goal, yeah, put Arsenal back in the map and just be that galvanizing factor, screaming to the crowd, yeah, screaming to the players, talking to these guys, yeah. That alone shows leadership qualities alone for
Yeah.
me. So there's a big question if your captain, who is Martin Odegaard, isn't showing up in the big games, and we have such a big character like Declan Rice, shouting, galvanizing this team, even trying to score a goal today, and did get one for us. That's what I want my captain doing in the grander scheme of things. Yeah, in the bigger picture, that's what I want my
Mm.
captain doing. So there's a big question next season if Declan Rice should actually get that captaincy. That's a big positive today. The
Mm.
mentality of Declan Rice. Yes.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I mean, he's been so far very consistent throughout this season, been a very important player for you guys. I really like him, and so I hear it 100%.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
Sophia. Yeah. Yeah. Uh Beautiful goal by Dalot today. What a screamer. What
it
a
was a good
screamer.
goal.
I know you must have been jumping. I don't know, maybe you did your watch along, but I know you must have been jumping today, Sophia. What a goal. That was a spectacular one, Sophia.
Um, Tony, don't get twisted. The
Yeah.
thing is, it was a wonderful goal, but he was shit the entire game. But it was a great goal, but
Oh,
he was shit.
Sophia, at this time, you don't need to care about playing in a shitty. See, most teams are having. See, yeah, and again, I would reiterate this. Yeah, most teams haven't gotten their stand yet. Look at Manchester City played against Brighton today. Today was supposed to be that big day that they will bounce back and actually met a beating, yeah, unleash the wrath today at home at the Etihad. But what did we see? Akonji getting a red card today. It shows the pressure. It shows the pressure
Yeah, he
today.
gonna be
Yeah,
missing the derby next Sunday. It's a Manchester derby, so
yeah, it's a
I will
Manchester
be there.
derby, and this is a big win for Manchester United. Yeah, and I do want Manchester United, to have a little bit of confidence going into that matchup. What would it profit me if Sheffield United wins this game and
Exactly.
and Manchester United go on to get walloped by Man City? I prefer for you to
Oh,
I
I
prefer
hear
you
you.
to win this game and
I
go into
hear
that
you.
Man City game smoking, with lots
No,
of
no,
chest,
I'm
a
taking
lot
those
of
three
chest
points
and confidence, and go
100%. Yeah,
exactly and go get some points against Man City and allow Arsenal to sit pretty.
I hear it. Yeah, I mean, we got the 3 points. We
Mm,
move, and of course, that game will be hella difficult. Obviously, before then, it's going to be a Champions League game.
mm.
You guys are playing Sevilla, right, in the Champions League? Or am I wrong?
Sophia, that's see, if even you altering that name, I'm a little bit scared now. Yeah, I'm a little bit scared now because
Wow.
uh, the game is coming too early. It's coming too early. Yeah, international games also take a little. I'm not saying that Arsenal players were risked today, but mind you, yeah, most of our players were just coming back from injury. Bukayo Saka is still not like it or not. He didn't look 100% fit today. Martinelli too isn't fit. He was just coming back from an injury before the international break, so it's not like maybe my team is really firing on all cylinders and our players are have a complete and effective kind of fitness going on with them.
Mhm.
No, the answer is no. Thomas Partey was on the bench, but he didn't even come out to play. There's something wrong. There's something wrong with his fitness. If he was okay today, he would have been tucked in there, sitting in deep in that CDM role. Allow Declan Rice, of which you've seen today, that Declan Rice, there's a whole lot of dynamism with his game.
Yeah.
He's not just that guy that sits back and defend. He's not that guy that just sits in that CDM slot and just defend and cover the back four. He's that kind of guy that likes this box to box kind of movement. Is that kind
Mm,
of guy, if you make a mistake, he'll fist on that mistake. He'll definitely progress the ball.
true.
Yeah, he'll progress the ball forward and try to look for attacking assets to lay the ball over to. So, you know, Thomas Partey missing from that midfield was also a big, big, big factor for us too. Sofia, a big, big, big factor.
I hear
Fitness
it.
level, big, big, big factor to for us
Legit.
today. Going into that Sevilla game, I'm a little bit less confident about it right now. Yeah, because of what I saw today. I hope Thomas Partey will be fit for that game, but it's
Mm,
going to be a very, very tough game. And again, yeah, Sophia, yeah, this is what we get when we under underestimate teams. Personally, I did feel that Mikel Arteta underestimated this Chelsea team today.
I think he might have done that. I
He
agree.
did
I
that.
agree.
He did that.
He
Allowing
did.
Zichenko to be so free. I've seen Zichenko being put on a leash this season. What I mean
Mm,
by put on a leash is that he hardly, of course, he's there in that left back position to invert most of the time because that's his natural position. Yeah. Uh, but again, this season, he has done that in a very, very controlled manner. So it doesn't always get inverted into incendiary spaces. What I mean by incendiary spaces is that he doesn't just leave that left back position and then you would see him trying to create deep into the half of the opposition. But in this case today, he just left that place open, completely disregarded the prowess of Palmer today. And that's why Palmer was actually having a field day down there. I don't want to say totally a field day because Palmer wasn't totally the guy, yeah, today. But he did have joys down the left hand side today. Yeah. Mikel Arteta did underestimate Chelsea Football Club today
he did.
in the middle of the park by inserting Jorginho today. If I was him, I would risk Thomas Partey. After all, Thomas Partey played 45 minutes for Ghana in the matchup against Mexico. He still did
Mhm.
play against the USMNT side, that's the USA side, just last week. So why couldn't you just risk Thomas Partey in that game, in the game against Chelsea today? He would give you 100% than what Jorginho, than what even an 80% fit Jorginho would do for you. Just look at Jorginho. Gallagher,
Mm,
yeah, one of the worst midfielders in the league this season. If you check the ratio in 8 games, was having a field day today.
legit.
Caicedo, who hasn't really found his fit this season, found his fit against Arsenal Football Club.
Yeah, you look
Second,
very
second
comfortable in
in
that
the league.
midfield. Yeah.
It's bad, Sofia. It's horrible. It was a horrible show.
Mm,
So it's a bitter pill to swallow. But Sofia, I'll swallow that pill. I'll take the 1 point. I'll
yeah.
take it. I'll take it
I
shamelessly. I'll
hear
take
it.
the 1 point. Yeah,
Did you
and
watch
again,
any of the other games?
yeah. I watched some other games. Yeah, but there's something I want to also say, Sophia.
What?
Uh, personally, I don't want to go top of the league right now. Yeah,
Why?
yeah. The pressure is too much. I just want to be in and about the top three for now, top two, top three for now. Maybe not a point, not a point more.
Hmm.
Yeah. Because the pressure at the top is just too much. Can you believe it now? Yeah, we were just 2 points ahead of Man City. Man City won the game today. They've gazumped uh, uh, every other team right now to be the first on the table. Arsenal is down second. By Monday, if Tottenham Hotspurs manage to win in that London derby,
Big
they
man
will
thing,
come
yeah. It's
first.
not looking
When
good,
you
bruv.
notice all
It's not looking good.
when you notice all these changes, it comes with big, 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 big pressure. That's a big problem. It comes with big pressure. So instead, I prefer to be in and about that top three. Then, maybe around December, then I can start kicking on and start getting more momentum and try and, you know, get more points ahead. But anything apart from that, I don't
Hmm.
have that pressure. Yeah, it's better they take that first position for now. Then Arsenal,
Interesting.
yes, then Arsenal slowly,
Hmm.
because see, Sophia, yeah, see, the pressure, because you need to check this thing, yeah, holistically. If you're looking at it one-sidedly, from a one-sided myopic view, you're gonna lose track of it. Arsenal doesn't deal well with pressure. We all know this. You know this. Arsenal uh, doesn't deal at all with pressure. Last season, you saw what happened. We totally collapsed. We were
Yep.
leading with about 8 points, 11 points at the time. Yeah. We even had 2, 3 games in hand. We lost everything. We don't deal well with pressure. So the thing there is that I'll give everything not to be in pressure or on pressure this season. Yeah. Uh, if Arsenal is on pressure right now and we're not playing good football, right now, we've not hit that second gear right now, it only triples the pressure on us and we'll collapse. We
Mm-hmm.
won't even be in top four in the next 2, 3 weeks. So the thing there is, let's just take this game slowly, get back, refocus, regroup, no pressure, around us, and just move with the momentum and try and make sure that we're not just only getting ball possession, but we are also dominating games because we're just getting ball possession,
True.
but we're not dominating the games. And
Yeah.
that's a big, big problem. And again,
Mm-hmm.
we need to work out a way to make sure that our captain gets back in on their act and starts creating more. Arsenal lack creativity today. And when you lose Gabriel Jesus, down deep in that defense against Chelsea today, we're totally bereft of ideas because there's no one else apart from Martin Odegaard who creates spaces and Gabriel Jesus on a bad, bad day. Arsenal is bereft of creativity, and that's what happened today. Jesus off, no creativity. Martin Odegaard totally not there in the game. There's no creativity apart from magic from Bukayo Saka today and a mistake by Sanchez.
I hear it. There's definitely, you gotta sort it out. You gotta fix it ASAP because
Mm.
especially if you want to be again, be, be playing, alongside the big guns, the big guys, and win the title, then you gotta fix up. So we'll have to wait and
Mm.
see. But
We have to
but
wait
for
and see.
the last remaining minutes of this stream, though, I do want to also get your thoughts about, like, you did say that you watched some of the other games. Did you maybe catch the Liverpool Everton game, the Merseyside
So,
Derby?
Sophia, what about Manchester United, Sheffield United? Come on now, come on now. There's a lot of talking points in that game. What happened to what happened to your striker you brought from Italy? Lots and
Tony,
lots of chances begging
Tony,
today. No, it's a big topic, Sophia. You need to delve into that.
Tony, I've already delved into it. I had my 20
Okay,
minutes where I talked about it. I got it off the chest. I talked about it,
okay.
Tony.
Chance and chance went begging today. Sheffield United should have been beaten 7 goals to 0 today. Lots of chances. You better
Tony,
shut that up before you get to Man City. That's all I'll say about that.
Tony, I agree. But I want to hear your thoughts about the Merseyside Derby, okay? Thoughts?
Is there anything big to say about that game? Everton isn't inspiring any. They're not inspiring any fear to teams
But
this
don't you
season.
think there was an incident? I mean, obviously, okay, we had, Ashley Young, rightfully so, got himself, a second yellow card, out with the red
Yeah,
card.
a red card.
But
Ashley Young, your legend.
Konate,
Is your legend at your football club. Ashley Young.
okay, he's not a
Red carded.
legend.
Is
He's not
that?
a legend.
Oh my God, Sophia, are you
He's
this?
not so, what we're not
Sophia,
gonna do.
Sophia, you know
I
I'm
like
shameless.
Ashley Young.
You
No,
know
no, no,
I'm
I'm
shameless.
Tony, Tony.
Sophia, you're welcome to the club. It would be nice if you shameless
Legend.
for once.
Tony, you're doing now. You're taking the piss, Tony. I like Ashley. Young. He's not a legend. Tony, Tony,
It's one titles for you. Come on, Sophia.
Tony.
It's one
There's so
titles for
many
you.
people that won titles. That doesn't mean you're a legend.
I know, I know. I was just taking the piss, as you said. Come
You
on,
better.
Sophia. Where
You
where is your where where is your where,
okay.
Sophia? Sophia, where is your I don't know, where is your magic today?
Huh?
Uh, I think now would be the best time to play one of those your skits.
Okay, Tony.
I am sick. I am sick, sick, sick of your shit. And when I'm not sick, I'm tired. I am sick and tired.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But Tony, real talk though. Obviously, like I said, actually, it is what it is. That was definitely correct. But
Mm,
I do feel like Konate probably, not probably, definitely should have also got himself a second yellow card, then
yeah.
a red card. I just
Mm,
feel like where is the consistency? Do,
mm.
do you think the same or no?
See, yeah, that's again. I would say this. Even if this is a Merseyside derby, yeah. Even if that was a Merseyside derby, the, Liverpool totally way off the levels of Everton. They haven't really grinded out wins this season. I think they've only put maybe like two wins this season. It's a really, really poor side. Sincerely, they don't have goal poachers down there. Their defense looks horrible. They've been at the back end of lots of horrible showing defensively
I
this
thought your
season.
defense looked very good today.
Of course, it's a Merseyside derby. Of course, you don't want to come looking like donkeys. Yeah, you want to put a little bit of fight. But again, what is the fight when you know that at the end of the day, Salah will come up with the magic and score goals, and that's what he did today. He scored two
Don't you
goals.
feel that they were robbed a little bit? Just a little bit.
Uh, uh,
Konate?
well, yeah, but again. But
If
again,
the roles were reversed,
Liverpool have
Tony,
that extra bit of quality to take them down
but
there. Come
still
on,
though, Tony,
Sophia.
we gotta. It should have been, Konate should have been out.
Mm, mm. Yeah, I get that. I get that. But again, I still insist. Liverpool have that extra bit of quality to hedge them over in the Merseyside derby. Mind you, Shalatpulai is having a new lease of life this season.
Maybe.
McAllister is looking good.
Nah, McAllister was horrendous.
It
In
was
a,
horrendous today. It was horrendous today, but I'm just putting it in a holistic picture.
he's
I'm
been
not just talking
horrendous
about the match
overall
of
in that
today.
DM role,
It's
in
been
my
all, yeah,
opinion.
yeah, yeah.
And
And
I like
again,
him, by the way. But
but
you know,
mind you, McAllister played in the games for Argentina, Sofia.
yeah, but in this system
Most
for
of
Klopp,
these
it doesn't
players.
work. It doesn't work for Klopp.
Mm,
They will be
well,
punished at one point, at some point this season. I'm telling you, right? If they don't sort it out, they will be punished.
they will be
People on
punished,
here,
but
listen to me.
but
But I'm
but
hey,
I get that. But at the end of the day, it's 2 goals in for Salah, 3 points in for Liverpool. They
Salah
won
was
the match.
ah,
It's three
he didn't.
points at the end of the day.
He was not good either. By the way,
Yeah, it wasn't, but it's still 3 points at the end of the day. That's what you
of
want.
course.
Mind you,
But I'm just
mind you,
saying.
in their last match, it
Yep.
was a draw against Brighton. So, and again, mind you, expecting this Liverpool team to gazum teams this season. They're just coming in with major surgery this season. Sofia, an entirely new midfield. You don't expect these guys to come cooking uh, at any time around right
I'm just
now.
not
Yeah, they did spend
convinced.
money.
That's it.
No,
I'm
you
just
won't be
not
convinced.
convinced.
You won't be convinced because see, you're a Manchester United fan. There's a little bit of bias down there, whether
No,
you like it
I
or not.
still no. I still try. No. I've been giving you props with how you played last season. I've been saying it hasn't been good. I can still be very try my best to. Of course, there will be some type of bias. Don't get it twisted. But I
Mm,
try regardless to stay true with my footballing opinions and all that.
true.
But I have to say, I just feel like they should have gotten themselves another DM and another center back. And I still stand by that.
True. But again, that would also be unfair to Endo, who just came into this league. He just came into this league. It needs
But he's
time
not
to
being.
find his
I
fit.
mean, come on.
It needs that. But Sophia, these guys need time They need time to
But,
play,
but
and
it's
that's
not
the problem with
integrating it,
expectation.
Tony.
That's the problem with expectation. People are expecting so much from this Liverpool team that just came from a major surgery.
I mean,
They
they
just brought in
themselves are saying
McAllister.
they're in a
They just
title
brought in
race, Tony.
Silasbolai into that team. Sofia, Silasbolai, McAllister, entirely new team, entirely new midfield.
I'm not buying
It
it,
doesn't
Tony.
work in that way. And that's
Tony,
why you see Chelsea suffering the same thing they're suffering.
I'm
The
not
fact,
buying what you're selling right now, Tony. I'm
I,
not doing the Liverpool prop, Tony. I ain't doing it. They've been getting the results. Don't get it twisted. They've 100% been getting the results. But I'm telling you, the way
because
they're
they have
moving right
because they
now,
have because they have
they're gonna
extra
get
bit of
punished.
quality against the teams they've played this season. That's
Yeah.
why. That's why. Because they have a little bit of quality down there. That's why they've grind out those points. But
Mm.
sometime during the season, you will see these drops. Come on, Sophia. Even Manchester City isn't looking good. You have a fair chance of going into the Manchester Derby next weekend and having a bone to pick with Manchester City and even get a draw from that matchup. These teams are not looking good this season. They're not looking good. Arsenal, look at Arsenal playing good football last season. Look at the shit we're playing this season. Oh, see, you won't get complete 100%,
No, I'm not saying that. I'm
sexy
just saying.
football going on this season.
I'm
You won't
just
find it,
saying,
Sophia.
Tony.
Mm,
Just they will be punished at some point. That's all I'm saying, Tony. That's all
definitely,
I'm saying.
definitely, there will be, there will be. But who doesn't get punished? Who
Yeah,
doesn't
but
get
the way
punished?
they're moving at this
City,
point,
City
they
got punished.
will.
You've been punished this season.
Okay.
Liverpool,
It's
people are
not
picking.
about me, Tony. It's about
Tottenham have
Liverpool.
punished
Okay?
Liverpool this season.
Yeah.
Everyone will eat the breakfast this season.
Mm-hmm.
That's how bad it is. That's how bad it is. So, and again, the expectation being handed down to this Liverpool team. I do think it's there's a lack of patience right now, running deep in this Liverpool fan base right now. You
Mm-hmm.
can't be expecting so much from these guys right now. You have to tone it down a bit. Look at what's going on with Chelsea Football Club. Their fan base don't have patience, putting lots of pressure on 20-year-olds to churn out wins when they have to actually start thinking of how to play together, form a cohesive unit, play 10 games together, 20 games together, know each other, learn how to score, learn how to play with each other, learn how to shield your midfield, learn how to defend properly and tightly knit defense. All these things you can get it when you have new players who just came to your team, and you just expect them to start flying. It's not just possible.
That's
Liverpool
not what
went
I'm
through that process.
expecting. That's
Liverpool went through
exactly
that
the
process.
opposite.
Let them go through the process. Let them go through the process. And
Hmm.
again, they had that extra bit of quality for Salah to score goals today. And he did. And they take 3 points from a hotly contested Merseyside derby. How about that, Sophia?
Okay. Okay. I am kind of, almost about to puke with this whole Liverpool praise, but it is what it is. Okay. First and foremost. Either way, though, I'm not
Mm,
sitting here and saying that they
mm,
haven't, where they are. Okay.
yeah,
Big up, 100%. But I'm
yeah.
just saying the way sometimes they've been playing some of the performances with conceding throughout and
Mm,
all that. Some of the performances, I just feel like it's not sustainable. Of course, the most important thing is getting those 3 points.
to getting
That's
those
the most
three
important
points.
thing. But all
Yeah,
I'm
I get
saying
that.
is having constantly trying to shoehorn in Alexis McAllister in that
Mm,
sixth role. That's the
mm,
Gravenberch. I do want to shout out Gravenberch. I did feel like he looked very good. I was a bit
yeah.
surprised why he got subbed off that early. And how Simicas also got subbed off. Then who did we get in then? That was, I think it was Harvey Elliott and Nunes. Even though Harvey Elliott did look good when he came in, but I still felt
Mm,
like some of the, I don't know, man manager was a bit, okay, Klopp, I don't know, you're doing a bit too much there, Hermano. But either way, that's just my opinion.
yeah.
I'm just saying it's not sustainable. That's it.
Good.
No
It's not
champions.
sustainable. But again, in the grander scheme of things, Sophia, you need to understand that this player just came back from international football. Good. If you're not a fan of that reason, let's look at a team that has multiple players that didn't play in international break.
We have the same
Just
thing as
just two
well.
weeks ago. Look at Newcastle in that game against Crystal Palace, walloping this London club, yeah, Crystal Palace. In some incendiary quarters, Crystal Palace is not really a walk in the park for some teams, yeah. You have to
Mhm.
strive to actually score past these guys most times, yeah. Mostly when you're, at home. Away, they might come come up for a little bit of criticism, but they're not a team you just put 5 goals, 4 goals past them normally, naturally. Maybe two, three, unless you're the Manchester Cities or the Liverpools of the world. But good and
Yep.
okay. Look at the game today. Yeah. Murphy playing today. Murphy's not in the national team. Gordon scoring a goal in the 44th minute. Yeah. How about that? He's not in the national team. Longstaff, yeah, scoring also in the 45th minute. How about that? Yeah. These guys are not in the
Mhm.
national team. Wilson, Callum Wilson, scoring a goal today. Yeah, he didn't get a run out in that team. Edin Keita had a run out against Australia. Yeah, scoring in the 66th minute. See, Sophia, no
Mhm.
matter how you want to check this, yeah, international football had a role to play in today's in today's
No, I hear it. I
lackluster
hear it.
performances from these
100%.
players, whether you like it or not. These
I hear
players,
it.
they play for national sides and they look bad today because of coming back jet lagged,
Yeah,
long journeys. Some in South America,
of course. Yeah,
people like Gabriel, South America, coming back, they're jet
yeah,
lagged, they're tired. Yeah, mentally they're drained. So all these things
100%.
in the
I mean,
grander
they're not
scheme of things, they
robots.
affect games. Yeah,
Of
and
course, I hear it.
that's why a team like Newcastle is beating Crystal Palace because they're well rested. They are not the players that scored today are not even in the national team, and they're looking good.
Yeah, because, yeah, maybe. I don't know. I mean, there were some. And there's a question here from Keeping It Real Chelsea. Does Liverpool look like real title contenders? For me, no.
Again, Sophia, I would, it's easy to just say these things. Yeah, it just asks about Liverpool, and you didn't even think about it. You just said no. Sophia, you have to admit there's a little bit of bias
Oh,
down there.
okay.
Yeah. How did I know that that was coming?
So you think
So,
they are title contenders with
see,
y'all?
Sophia, I never said that. I'm only
Oh, wait.
saying
If we're
it is
saying
it is
Liverpool are,
only nine. It is only 9 games.
yeah, because if we're
This
saying
question
Liverpool
shouldn't
is,
come up at this
shouldn't
time.
Spurs also be title contenders then? If Liverpool are, should Spurs be?
It's just 9 games. What happens if you say right now, right here, that Tottenham Hotspurs are title contenders, and then they
Mm.
go into the London Derby on Monday and get smashed by Fulham, who's a half decent side? Then what happens? Are you going to tone it down a bit and say,
No, I'm not saying.
okay,
I'm saying none
I
of
don't
them
think
are.
Tottenham Hotspurs are title
I
challengers?
don't think
So we
any
have
of
to
them
be
are.
careful. Exactly. We have to be careful in how
I
we
think it's
coin
too
these
early
things.
as well.
Liverpool is still a dangerous side on a good day. But again, the
They will fall off.
expectations
Mark my words. They will. I'm gonna
definitely
run that agenda regardless.
I
I'm not
get that.
giving up.
We just have to be careful. Let's see more games. Sophia, how about that? Let's see more
Yeah,
games. Let's see more 5 games, more 6 games. Let's get to the 16th game of the season. Then in
I
the
hear you.
grander scheme of things, then we can be able to kind of like, the hindsight is a very, very beautiful thing, Sophia. Yeah. So after
100.
16 games, we can be able to, at least have a little bit of analysis. Yeah. Right now, we can't get the numbers. And again, these teams, yeah, Man City could go in this Manchester derby and get beaten. Sophia, these guys are not just there yet. They could get into this Manchester derby and get beaten by Manchester United. Yeah, those goals could come up. Sophia, don't see, yeah, don't get it twisted. Anything can happen. So we need to tone it down a bit and wait till 16 games because I really do feel that teams will beat each other this season. That's one thing we should expect. we should expect it because international football is kind of like playing crazy, with these guys. And Sofia, have you thought about this? That there's
Mm.
the AFCON coming up in January. Have you kind of like fixed that into your memory? That the AFCON competition, African Cup of Nations, is
Yeah,
coming up in January. Yeah, January 11th. So it
yep,
will start. It will stretch to February. Liverpool still have Salah, who should be going with Egypt. Yeah, they still have Endo, who should be leaving for the Asian Cup. Mind you, he's Japanese. He has to be in that Japanese national team because the Asian Cup is also starting by January 14th or so
oh
and
really?
stretch yes and stretch back to February. So they will be losing Endo. They will be losing Mohamed Salah to the Afcon Nations Cup. So when you remove these guys from that team, it takes away whatever they have in terms of a goal threat for them. It could
Of course.
definitely derail. Could
I mean,
definitely derail any
Endo,
type.
come on, he hardly ever plays, but the Salah is the biggest miss for them for sure.
But
Not
again,
having
again,
Salah.
we're talking about squad depth. We're talking about squad depth. What
Still
happens if
though,
injuries?
I hear
Uh, uh,
you, but
yeah, yeah, yeah. Squad depth too. But again, if you take Mohamed Salah, who gave them 2 goals today, if he's not in that team, what happens? Tootless. So
Salah is the
all
big miss.
exactly that's what I'm saying. So if he goes
Yep.
to the Afcon Nations Cup, it generally, kind of like have a problem for them. Like Arsenal too. Tomiyasu is going for the Japanese for the Asian Cup too by January.
Yep.
that's that's one certain guy from the substitution bench who's leaving.
Yeah, you're missing Partey as
By January,
well.
and Thomas Partey should leave. Mohamed El Neni, who never plays for the football
I
club,
mean,
is
Lennon
also
never
leaving.
plays, but
Yeah, yeah, but again, squad depth. Yeah, but see,
and he
so
still never
you've
plays,
totally,
Tony.
Sophia, you've totally forgotten that it's not just the Premiership we're playing. You also need
But he
resources to
never
play in the.
played. He never.
You,
When was the last
Sophia, you
time he
need
played, Tony?
resources. You need resources to play in the
No,
Carabao Cup.
Tony,
You need
100% I
resources
get
to
it.
play in the FA
But he
Cup.
never plays. Even when you've had injuries, the guy never plays. And Lenny,
Yeah, I know, but what happens when FA Cup comes up? You need the
he's not
endos,
gonna
yeah, to
play.
play in.
Oh, dude, Tony,
If the
stop it.
FA Cup comes up, I need someone like Tomiyasu to give Zini a rest.
Tomiyasu,
Because
I
see,
get it. But
I,
Lenny ain't gonna be playing anything for y'all.
I get, I totally get that, but El Neni can be used in Carabao Cup, for
But
instance.
he's not gonna be. The thing is, your Lego haired manager is not gonna use him.
Mm,
That's the
okay.
problem.
Well, if you say so, but again, El Neni can come in FA Cup matches
Russell's not gonna use him.
against Zeta, against Doncaster, all these teams. You can play El Neni, to give our bigger midfielders a big rest. We're not going to lose those kind of games, so you could put El Neni
Yeah,
down there who has lots of experience. Yeah,
doubt
and
it.
it's not just for Arsenal. Other teams who also have all this type of fringe players that are going to
Of
the
course,
Nations Cup
I mean,
also.
we're losing 3 players as well. So
Yeah, exactly. Who are the players you're losing? I think Onana
Imama,
should be leaving. Yeah,
Amrabat, and Hannibal
Amber.
Mabry.
Exactly, exactly. So we'll see what happens because in the
Yeah.
grander scheme of things, yeah, I know you're not in that Carabao Cup, but again, you're in the FA Cup.
No, we're also in the Carabao Cup.
Are you
Yeah,
still in the Carabao Cup? Oh,
yeah,
good, good. So you're
yeah.
in the Carabao Cup.
You
Yeah,
see,
exactly.
we're
You're
gonna
in the
retain that
Carabao Cup.
trophy. Tony,
Sophia,
don't
you're
do that.
also in the Sophia, you're also in the Champions League. You
Damn right
need these
we are.
resources. Yeah, exactly. So
We
it's
might
gonna be a
not be
tight
there
one.
for long though in the Champions League. To be honest, we
Mm.
might be knocked up very
But
soon. But
again,
anyway,
you do need someone like Amrabat by January. Yeah, you saw that shot he played today that rattled
yeah, he played
the
very
side
well in that
netting
midfield.
today.
So, oof.
He played so well. So imagine losing that kind of that stature of player to
Yeah,
the Afcon series going on by January. Sofia, it's a big miss. It's a bit. No
yeah.
matter how anyone plays it down, it's a
Of
big
course, it's
miss.
a big miss. I mean, hey, but I know that there will be like obviously it's a type of. I think it will be like a Premier League type of break in between, but there will be, of course, like you mentioned, the cup games going on. So we'll have to wait and
Mm,
see. But Either way, of course, I'm not going to be shameless and be like, no, I want the players to you go out early. I hope for their confidence and to play for their nations, which is of course a big deal and very honorable. I hope they go as far as they can, and then we just have to make do with the players we have. That's what I think. And
Exactly.
just hopefully not that any players will get injured for any team. I don't wish injuries on anybody. So I
On
hope.
anybody.
You know,
Of course, Sophia with a big heart. That's why I
come
cherish a
on.
person
I'm
with a
not going
big
to be.
heart.
Come on.
Sophia, today, Brentford, yeah, having a lovely time against Burnley today. What do you have to say about that, Sophia?
You know what? I didn't really catch that. I catch like the games that I catch up, obviously the Merseyside derby, of course, the London derby, and then it was the Man City Brighton game where I
Mm,
thought it was gonna get very ugly at the end, but no,
mm,
they kind of got back into the game, which
yeah,
was
exactly.
interesting.
Exactly. And again, mind you, yeah, um, Brentford had a goal disallowed. Yeah, a more pay goal being disallowed. I think that was in the
Mm,
I think fifth, sixth minute. Yeah, of that game that they had that goal
interesting.
disallowed. Yeah. By Mopay, it would have been a 4-0 dropping. Yeah, and
Okay.
again, see Sofia, even with the absence of Ivan Tony this season, yeah, uh, some other players from Brentford who have actually carried the team alongside Ivan Tony, they've stuck their heads out and stuck their necks
Yeah.
out and
Where
put
are
their
they in
money
the
where their
league
mouth
right
is
now?
and
Double check.
taking games at the scruff by the scruff of its neck this season for Brentford, pushing them on even if Ivan Tony is totally out of the picture. Wiz is scoring in the 25th minute. Big time player. He's not your big kind of forward player. I'm talking of Weezer, yeah. But even with that slim body but athletic physique, it's just trying and struggling, giving his all for this team, and he scored a goal in the 25th minute. How about Umbuemo? Umbuemo, of course, side by side with Ivan Tony. Now he's missing
Mhm.
Ivan Tony. He's missing that creativity. He's missing, that guy to hold back play for him and find them, in the grander scheme of things. Uh, Bremer scored a goal in the 60 in the I think that was 62nd minute, I think. Yeah, in that game today against Burnley, and of course Gado's getting the third goal for Brentford. See, Sophia, in the bigger, grander scheme of things, Vincent Company is looking shitty. I think they've brought him back down to earth.
Yeah, he might, he might get the sack soon if, oof. Ah, Burnley.
Mm,
Company. Company, man.
yeah,
We'll have
exactly.
to wait and see.
We have to wait
We'll have
and
to wait
see.
and see.
The I think the final one is Wolves. I think. Did you watch any highlights about that one? I didn't really
No, like I
watch.
said, the only I just caught the most important games for me. Like
Mm,
like
mm,
yeah, it's a city type.
Kaladzik. I think Kaladzik scored in the 89th minute in that game to give Wolves the win at the end of the day. Kunha scoring the first goal for Wolves. Actually, they were trailing by a goal today. Yeah, because
I did
Bournemouth
hear
scored the
though
first goal.
Neto did get an assist, and I really do like Neto.
Yeah, Dominic Solanke scored the first goal for Bournemouth
Mm,
today, and of course the
okay, cool.
26-year-old England for he just put in that goal. I really like Dominic Solanke, but he's playing for a team that is not really that focused this season. I don't think Bournemouth will be. I think they will be fighting relegation this season. So
Yeah, potentially,
yeah, yeah,
100%.
potentially. Oh, yeah, they're the whooping boys of the league. Any team that needs a point, just go to Bournemouth and you'll whet your appetite with goals and wins and get out from there with 3 points. It's horrible.
Legit,
So I
legit.
think we'll scan through the games today, Sophia.
Yeah, we did. We did. They were
Yeah.
gonna wrap it up by here, but Tony,
Yes.
thank you for joining. I really appreciate it. I know it's very late where both of us are, and obviously you're
Both
older
both
than
of
me.
us are late. Yeah, both of
Yeah,
us. Mm.
legit.
Sophia, it's
But
always nice. It's always nice to spend time with you. It's always
likewise,
lovely
brother.
to come down to your channel and talk football with you. I know you put up with lots of my bullshit, but still, what's the fun without putting up with my bullshit? Actually,
Come on, it's fine. It's fine.
that's the fun. That's the fun. You putting up with it. So it
Yeah, I
shows
mean,
your
it's all banter.
mental. We blame these players for not having mental strength and mental resilience, but come on, Sophia, give yourself. See, you take the cake for putting up, yeah, with this with this guy here. Your mental strength has been tested to the full length, and you
More than
come
you
out
can
with fly,
believe.
come out with flying colors. Big ups to you, Raj. You, Raj, is still my friend. Although he has come out as a bit of an Arsenal hater. At the time I have a little bit of goings here and there with him, but he's still my guy. He's my friend. He
Yeah, big
comes
up to
down
you,
to my
Viraj.
yeah, Yuvraj is my guy. He comes down to my channel to do some
Yeah,
watch
he's
along
been on my
with
chat
me.
before. I know it was a bit late because we kind of have to wrap it up now. I'm getting a bit tired, and of course, like we both, it's very late now.
I have work early in the morning, so I have to
You
go
have
finish
work
it.
as well, so I think it's appropriate to wrap it up. But you definitely will make it happen next time. But once again, thank you, Tony, for joining another episode of the Ops, episode 3, which
Yes.
just talking about the Ops, literally, and
Hmm.
of course a little bit of my
Hmm.
team. What do you
Literally,
guys?
literally, literally,
Literally,
literally,
yes,
literally. Yeah.
yes.
Thank you, everyone who joined us today. I know you've been here with Sophia for over 1 hour before I came. Big ups to all of you, Tuamba, Tualumba. Big ups to you. I'm sorry I muddled that name. Yuvraj, thanks for coming around. Ravi, big ups to you. Thanks for supporting my sister down here. Yeah, keeping it real, Chelsea. Henry Ray Baker, big ups to you, man. You're the top guy. Ensman TV came around
Listening
here
as well,
to show
yes,
some love. The Shield. Castle, big ups to you, man. Solo P1, big ups to you. Big ups to everyone who came down here to support my sister Sophia. Eddie Football Waffle, big ups to you, my brother. Big ups. Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah. I think Philip Bidwell was here today. BJ Cummins was here today.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
and we also
yeah.
had, of
Big ups
course,
to all of
Ron
them.
Jeremy as well. And there's been big people.
Hmm. Yeah, big ups to all of you that came today to show my sister some
Yeah,
love. Rest in peace to Sir Bobby Charlton.
rest in peace, 100%. And toss goes out to his loved ones, 100%.
True.
Tony, do you have anything coming up on your channel?
So if yeah, tomorrow by 5 p.m. I'll be, having a therapy session, a mini therapy session, yeah, with some
Okay.
of my guys from the Big Four. Me, football band, Weezer, and Craig. We'll be looking into this Chelsea game by 5 p.m. tomorrow, and
Yeah.
try to not 5 p.m. Sorry, 7 p.m. after the game tomorrow,
Oh, okay.
and try to see what we can offer, and try to see if we can regroup from what happened today. And late at night tomorrow, I'll be having late at night tomorrow, I'll be having another show with Ola of the Fight Week show. So he'll be coming down late at night, probably around 9 p.m. UK time. So, we'll be talking about the Sevilla matchup coming up in the Champions League. So, big things coming up on Tony Cloud Gunner TV. Twalumba,
Cool.
I need you down there on my channel. Come show some love, man. Yeah,
Yes.
come show some love on my channel, man. It'd be nice to have you there because I've seen some of your takes. Lovely, lovely takes. Great questions. It'd be nice to have you down there, chilling, on my channel too. Sophia, good luck in the Champions League game coming up
Thank you.
for you next week. Next week, I hope you. And again, good luck in that Manchester City game, in the Manchester Derby. I need you to help us. Do help
No,
Arsenal.
I'm not gonna help you. I'm helping us.
Oh my God! Oh, now you're shameless. Oh, it's good to see
I'm
you
not
shameless.
shameless. I'm
Okay.
not doing it for you. I'm doing it for
But
me.
see,
Excuse
you
me.
said you don't want to help Arsenal. That's
I'm helping
shamelessness.
you out. But we're helping
Sophia.
ourselves. It's not for you. Obviously, I know that Arsenal fans is gonna be like, oh my god, we're gonna be
Mm,
rooting, or that would be so shameless, but there're gonna be some. And I'm like, you know what?
mm.
It's not for you. It's for us.
Yeah, it's for you.
For us. Okay.
For the man. Yeah. I see the sign. Big ups to you, Sophia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see. Obviously,
Yeah.
I'll talk more about that game for next week. But guys,
Yeah.
I'll be back tomorrow to do a match reaction for the Everton women versus Man United women. So stay tuned for that. Other than that, have a great time wherever you are in the world. Subscribe to Tony's channel. I have a link that in the description box, so make sure you do
Thanks.
click.
Sophia, I
Thumbs
need
up.
you on my channel quite soon.
Yes.
I might send that invite anytime. It would be nice to have you. I need to, roll out the carpet for you. You've been a very, very big, big, big sister to me. Big ups to you.
Big up to you too. Yeah, Tony, we gotta make the debut on my, your channel to happen very soon. Of course, 100%. We'll sort
Good.
out something.
We'll sort that out. Yeah.
100%. But yeah, guys, see you very soon. Once again, rest in peace to Sir Bobby Charlton.
From me and Sophia, peace out.
Peace out. We are out.
We out.